Hey guys, Cris here. I'm up in my office and I wanted to take a minute to explain to you one of the wonderful features on the website, and that is our recipe box. We've been working really hard to add this feature so that you would have a way where you could save recipes directly on recipes@crock.com, so that way you don't have to worry about logging into Pinterest or finding your recipe somewhere else or having to print every single recipe every time something looks good. You certainly can do all of those things, and we don't want to discourage it, but if you want a place where you know the recipes will always be where you left them the last time, then we wanted a place for you to do that on the website. We also thought it might be a really wonderful way for you to be able to start to use tools to organize those recipes, to keep track of them, and then also for you guys to be able to eventually, if you want to, meal plan with them and create shopping lists. So we've been working on all of that, but it all starts with you need to register for an account if you have not. So we're going to start with showing you how to register for an account, and then the next clip will begin to show you how to begin adding recipes to your recipe box, and then the next clip will show you how to organize your recipes. And then eventually we'll start talking about shopping lists and meal planning. So you can do it all at one time and figure it all out at one time, or you can do it little piece by little piece, whatever you have time for, or however much technology you can put up with at the time. As I have been working on this, I totally get the aggravation when technology doesn't always work the way that you want it to. Just know that we are constantly working, trying to make it as easy as possible. I really think these videos are going to help make it easy for you. If you ever have any questions, definitely pop me an email. You can just reply to any of our newsletters, or there will be places where you can find our email, Cris@recipes.crock.com. You just pop me an email anytime and we will try to get back to you and help you with whatever problem you might be having. So I hope you enjoy it. I would love to hear how you decide to use it for you and how it becomes useful for you and your family if that happens for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get to the tutorial. Okay guys, in order to sign up for your free recipe box, what you need to do is go to recipes.crock.com, and up in our top menu, you will see a Your Recipes box selection in your menu. So click the Your Recipes box and it will take you to our sign in page. If you already have an account, you just click the sign in button and you're able to sign straight into your recipe box. If you don't, you need to go to register here, and all you have to do is click register here, choose a username, and use an email that works, that you can immediately check, because you're going to have to use that in order to set your password. So click register and it will redirect you back to our website here in a moment. There you go. And then all you need to do is go back to your email, check your email for an email from Recipes@Crock that says login details. If by chance it doesn't hit your inbox, you might want to check your spam folder or your promotions tab, and you might find us in there. If by chance this email does not come to you, let us know and we will help you connect to how to reset your password. So let's click into log on details. When you get this email, it will have two links. The top link is the one that we want to click. The bottom link is how you can always log in, but the top link is how you're going to set your password. So click that top link and then choose a password and click reset password. Now you have a password that you can use, and all you have to do is click the login and it will take you to your login page, and you put in your username or email address and then your password, and it will let you log right into your recipe box. So now you see this page looks a little bit different. It has your collections, which you don't have any recipes in there yet, and that's what we will show you how to do in the next video. Okay, so now that we're logged in, if you ever come to the website and you're not logged in, all you have to do is click the Your Recipe box up here, and you can sign in from there. But once you are signed in, this is where you will be taken. You'll be taken to your collections. So let's talk about how you can start adding recipes to your collection. The first and easiest way is to go from a recipe. So let's say we are going to check out the beefy, cheesy crock pot potato casserole. And as we scroll down, we can jump to the recipe. And on the recipe card, when we click jump to the recipe, there is an add to my recipe box. So all you have to do is click that button, and now it's in your recipe box. If you want to go double check that, you can click go to my recipe box, and it will take you here, and now you see your saved recipes and that you have one recipe in there. So we're going to go to your saved recipes. There is the beefy, cheesy crockpot potato casserole that we just added to our recipe box. But let's say we're looking for a specific thing because we want to go back and add something that we used to really, really love. So let's look for our bacon broccoli chicken. So you can type in crock pot bacon broccoli chicken. Into our recipe finder. So that's find a recipe, which is right beside your recipe box. After it searches for something, then you just scroll down, and right there is our bacon broccoli chicken. Let's click. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. That happens sometimes. Just go back. All right. Now click bacon broccoli chicken. All right, we can scroll down, or again, we can use that jump to recipe feature to easily add things to our recipe box. So we're going to add it to the recipe box. And if we go to your recipe box, after adding it, you'll now see that there are 2 recipes in here. So that's a super, super easy way to add recipes to your recipe box. But let's go back to our collections. So we clicked your collections. Let's go and let's see if we can't add a whole collection. So a lot of times right before the weekend, sometimes other times during the week, we share recipes, a whole collection of recipes at one time, and offer you the opportunity to save them. So let's go to this easy crock pot recipes for beginners, and let's save the whole collection to our recipe box. So we're going to scroll down. Each recipe, you will see we have a section where we talk about how to save the whole list. This is something we've been working on adding. It's not on everything on the website, but it is on most of the things you find in the newsletter because we've been working on it. We've got to let the site catch up with us here. So it's down. So it says save this entire list to your recipe box. So here you see it all listed here, all these yummy recipes, and you can click save this to my collections. So if you click save this to my collections and the button goes away, then it takes you to the collection. So now we have your saved recipes, which are the 2 recipes you saved, plus the 29 recipes from this list that I made for you. And you can just keep it right there. And now that's one of your collections. If you ever accidentally save something in a collection that you do not want to keep, you can always click the Edit Collections and remove, you can remove that collection from there. So you can remove the easy crockpot recipes. Let's say I accidentally did that and I don't want that anymore. I can also say I can rename my recipe box to recipes I want to try, and I can give it a name as well. So there's that. The next time that we get together, we are going to talk about how we are going to organize recipes, and that collection piece is a big part of it. So tune into the next video, and the next video will teach you how to start to organize your recipes. Okay guys, anytime you save anything from a recipe to your recipe box, it's going to go into the my saved recipes, or whatever you've titled your default box. That's the easiest way to get a recipe tagged as saved. But let's say you want to spend a little bit more time in your recipe box organizing the recipes that you love or the recipes that you want to try. There is another feature that some of you have requested for me to show you how to do. So we're going to add a collection, and we're going to call this one Chicken Recipes. Okay? So we have the Chicken Recipes collection, and we've added it, and so now we're going to stop editing. That's one of the things that this program oftentimes stops you. You have to look at these bottom buttons down here to see what the next step is. But so we stopped editing the Chicken Recipes, or to add an actual collection. Now it is time to go into the Chicken Recipes collection and decide what we are going to do. So we are inside of Chicken Recipes. So the way to add recipes to specific collections like this is a little bit different than just adding them from the website to your saved recipes. You can just start adding chicken recipes by adding the names. You can add from what you already have saved in your saved recipes. So like bacon broccoli chicken, I want to pull over here into my chicken recipes. This Parmesan chicken casserole, these are things that I've already saved, because you can see my saved recipes. You can, instead of adding from collection, you can search recipes. So you can search the website for other recipes. So let's look for Mississippi chicken, because that is a very popular recipe. So you can see we've got all kinds of Mississippi chicken on the website, but let's go with the tried and true original, the chicken thighs. So let's put them over here. So you can type in anything that you're looking for. Let's look for the barbecue chicken legs that we made the other day. There they are, and we can pop them over here. You might be wondering what these numbers are. These are the servings, and they can be adapted depending on what you're wanting to do. It will change the ingredients amount, but it will not change the cooking instructions or the crock pot size. So that's something you have to be conscientious of if you go to changing those kinds of things, that one might not necessarily change. It will change your cooking time, but it doesn't change it inside the recipe. That's not something I can do. Okay, so once we have added things, let's say you accidentally add something and you don't want to. You need to go back to Actions. So click there, and you can click Remove Items, and then it gives you the little trash bin to delete anything that you want. When you're done deleting, you click Stop Removing. But let's say you want to organize these from recipes that you've tried versus recipes that you want to try. So the way you can do that is through the Columns and Groups section. You click Columns and Groups, and you can see up here We have a column called recipes, but let's make that column recipes I want to try. And then we'll add a column called recipes I love. Now let's click stop editing and go back up here and see how it's now given us 2 columns to work with. So I can move the recipes that I already know my family loves over into the recipes I love, and it helps me keep my recipes organized. And you can literally name these things anything you want. So low carb folks, you could make a low carb section, and you could make a section for the carb lovers in your family. Or if you want to, you can name it anything. You could even name it the names of people in your family based off of what they like. It really is completely up to you, and it's private to you. You're the only one that sees that, and your recipe box is under your username. It is not something that other users are going to have access to. It's what you want to do with your own recipe box. So that's what we decided, or that's what we have shared with you today. What I want to get into the next time that we get together, when you get done with any of this, always look down below for how you can get out. So I know actions seems weird, but that's how you click actions to get back to the old menu. Or you can always go back to your collections, and it will take you back to that main screen to let you see. So even though we organized those chicken recipes off of my saved recipes, you can see that those chicken recipes are still here, and they're also on your chicken recipes. But you see that the recipes that we added, the barbecue legs and the Mississippi thighs, are not in my saved recipes because we hadn't saved it to the default list. So that's just something to keep in mind. You can organize it whichever way you want. It might be easier for you to just go ahead and save things to your default box and then organize them. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. Next video, I want to show you guys how we like to use the shopping list, and then also how we like to use this for meal planning, how this tool can be adapted to be used for meal planning. So tune into the next video if that's something that you're interested in.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're fun,